Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha Namaskarams Pranams. Last episode we enjoyed Ramanuja, the Vashyakara, who gave the Shankha and Chakra, the conch and the discus, the Sudarshana, and established himself the Acharya of Sheshadri Vasha, Sri Venkatesha Govinda, who is the god of this Kali Yuga. This episode we are specially going to enjoy the story of Anantazhwan, the prime disciple of Acharya Ramanuja, who plays a major role during his lifetime in Thirumala, the hills of Srinivasa.
Bringavalisha Maharandarashanuvitta Jangara Gita Ninatais Sahasevanaya Niryatyubanda Charasiru Kamalotarepya Sheshadrishekara Vipo Davashuprabhatam.
Hey God of the seven hills, the creator of this universe, in this beautiful morning, the holy dawn, the swarm of bees which stayed with lotus flowers the whole night, drinking their juice, the nectar, the honey, thinking of you, saying your holy name. Now these bees are worshipping you in the morning, the dawn, saying you Davashuprabhadam. After they came out of these lotus flowers, they are in the holy pond, the Pushkarani, the Koneri of Thirumala. They drank the honey from those lotuses, thinking of you, saying your name. These bees, now with those honey-tipped mouth, gives you the sound of its buzz. The sound emerges as if it is not the sound of the bees, but your holy Nama, your name, uttered from their honey-tipped mouth. The sound of the bees says, Davashuprabhadam, sounding out the name of you, Sheshadri Vasa Sri Venkatesha. As those bees say you Suprabhadam, we all too hold our hands, holding it, surrendering to your lotus feet, joining with those bees and say Tavashuprabhadam, Govinda, Govinda. This episode, the great story of Anantazhwan, the prime disciple of Ramanujacharya. Acharya was moved internally much by the Alvar's Prabandham and the Pashurams on Thirumala hills. He decided to construct a garden full of flowers with fragrance and ravishing beauty to adorn the deity Lord Venkatesha of Thirumala. 1,000 years back, Thirumala was completely immersed in dense forest and was full of wild animals and plants. It was very hard for pilgrims to easily have a darshan of Lord Venkatesha. People feared climbing the Thirumala hills. When Acharya once questioned his gathering of disciples, who is ready to go to Thirumala to construct the beautiful garden, nobody came forward. Anantazhwan, who was Anantarya born in Sirputtur near Mysore, drawn by Ramanuja, came his disciple. He sprang forward and said, Acharya, I am ready to do this noble work. Ramanujacharya patted his shoulders, saying, You are the only male in all my disciples. Now Anantazhwan left for Thirumala along with his wife to take the work of the beautiful garden. In the meantime, his wife became pregnant. Both husband and wife worked from morning to evening in the scorching sun to cultivate the garden with Vakula, Patala, Punnaga and Shenpaka trees for the flowers and fragrances. He was a man of resolve, very strong ambition, and worked like anything involving hard labor. But Srivayari Venkateshwara Swami found Anantazhwan's wife struggling hard to carry the red sand on her head in the scorching heat owing to her pregnant condition. He changed himself into a small boy and went to help her. Anantazhwan suddenly noticed the work moving in a very faster pace and looked for the reason. He found the little boy and asked him to get away, not to stand in his way of work. He told about the resolve of him and his wife, and as told by his Acharya, saying he promises Acharya only he and his wife both will construct the beautiful garden. The small boy didn't yield to whatever the Acharya said or Anantazhwan said, and now Anantazhwan got angry and threw the crowbar with which he was digging the sand he had in his hand towards the young boy. The crowbar hit the chin of the boy, and the boy now disappeared. Next day, when the temple opened for the day, the chief priest found blood oozing out from the chin of Perumal Venkatesha Parabrahmam. Anantazhwan had the story and rushed to the sanctum sanctorum, and he took the Sripada Renu, the raw camphor that was used for placing the Thiruman, that is the holy mark on Venkateshwara Swami's forehead, and applied it to the chin. Now the blood stopped pouring in. Now, from that day onwards, to show to the devotees the importance of Anantazhwan, Perumal started wearing the Sripada Renu on his chin too. Another mind-gulping event in the Alvar's life. When he started the work for the garden, constructing it and planting the trees, he was bitten by a very, very poisonous snake. The Alvar was unmoved, took a bit of a cloth, tied to the wound, carried on the work as before. Everyone was surprised and everyone was feared for the life of Anantazhwan. Now, Alvar, when asked, calmly replied, "If I leave this, I am going to take bath in Swami Pushkarani, the Koneri, and have the beautiful darshan of Thirumala Perumal, Lord Venkateshwara. If I die, I will go to Vaikunta, have a holy dip in the Vraja river in Sri Vaikuntam, and have the darshan of that Vaikuntapati, Sriman Narayana. Both are same for me." Such is the resolve, such is the devotion of Anantazhwan. After completing all his work, Anantazhwan left this world on a Thiru Adipuram day. Even today, the day in the year, Malayappa Swami, along with his consort, takes a tour of Anantazhwan's Nandavanam, the garden, the flower garden, and pays his respect. Next time, when you people visit Thirumala, don't forget to have the darshan of Anantazhwan's crowbar while you enter the Raja Gopura or the Mahatdwara, and lift your head to see the right upper side where the Anantazhwan's crowbar is placed and written underneath Anantazhwan's crowbar. Next, when you have the holy darshan of Venkateshwara, have the darshan of his holy chin speared with the Sripada Renu, the raw camphor that was applied by Anantazhwan.
Prayasva sharanau bumsam sharanyat vedapaninam kripaya dishate Srimad Venkateshaya Mangalam.
Srimate Nihamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha.